Hello, my name is Call, and this is a short tutorial on the Behavior Bricks free Unity asset from their asset store. Alright, so first off, what is a behavior tree? A behavior tree is a mathematical model of a plan of execution that's used in the game, whether it's generally an AI. And it's done by switching between a finite, generally self-implemented set of tasks in a modular fashion. Alright, now, what is Behavior Bricks? It's designed to be a behavior tree and a behavior tree editor for Unity that has the three main goals of efficiency, extensibility, and reusability in the editor. It's also designed to be able to help bridge the gap between designers and programmers in order to be able to help create better, more efficient AI without trying to have designers mess with code they might not know, or programmers doing stuff with the design side that they don't know, stuff like that. Now, after you download it, you'll see this. So let's start from the top. First, you have actions, which is the various actions that you can have be done in the tree, whether it's play an animation, or set a float to 10, set a vector 3, toggle a boolean, set a boolean, wait for X amount of time, play audio, add a component to the game object, destroy the game object, instantiate a game object, send a message, set active, navigation, various stuff that used a lot of times in AI. Then you have the conditions, which with these you can check for if a button is clicked, if a key is correct, if a mouse is clicked, if target is close, whatever. And it's generally designed so that a condition comes before an action, although it doesn't have to, but it's generally a condition of if target is close, do destroy this object, whatever. You have the editor, which actually allows you to edit the behavior bricks behavior tree that's done by storing done using scriptable objects. You have runtime of what it does at runtime. And also to note is that you can create your own actions and conditions and such as long as you follow the thing of using the behavior bricks core.tasks, then using the core, and then namespace behavior bricks unity.actions or .conditions, depending on where you want to set them, and then you code in what you want to do so it's customizable to what you want. Now, going through here into the samples, they have the programmer's quick start guide, which be done. It goes and has general basic stuff of shoot once and such, and it has these done scene for with navmesh, and then it has the resources of here's the behaviors it uses, and then it lets you play around with that. Then there's the actual quick start guide, which has the initial scene of how it started out. Then you have the done scene of it actually has everything in it, along with the resources of here's what it uses, the spawners, the enemies. And then it also has the behaviors. So you look at the scene, you have the floor, the main camera, the player, which also to note is in here. You have the behavior executor, which is the actual function of how it executes the actual behavior brick tree, where it does this by, as you can see here, choosing which behavior you want, which is stored as a scriptable. Then it's what's the max tasks per tick that it can do? Is it paused? Does it restart when finished? And then the behavior parameters of main camera, what to mask, stuff like that. If you look, the enemy also has one, which is the behavior parameters are different because it's using a different one where it wants the player and then it wants the wander area. And if you hit play, and let it load, is spawns an enemy. The player runs towards wherever you click, while the enemy just sort of twirls along, tries to find the player. If you're not within a certain range, the enemy just wanders around till you get back in range. Then it does that. Simple. Let's actually look at what's being done in that instance. We have the players click and go, where it repeats this every time and such. You have the sequence of how it does. You have the condition of check for a mouse click. Then it's go from where the mouse was clicked to its actual position in the world. Then have it move to the position. Simple. And easier to follow than if you did it in code, where you'd have to do on update if get mouse down, then you'd have to go get that mouse down position, and then you'd have to go grab the character controller and such and do it. Where this is simpler to look at, makes it easier for some people to follow than having to muddle through code, especially if depending on who you are. Now, what does the enemy do? It's the priority that again does the repeat. It's the priority selector of which one does it want to do first, if it's there. If it's this one, means that the one means it wants to do this first, where it checks if the target is close, which is the player. And then if it is, it moves to game object. Thus, if the target is not close, it'll then go to done wander. And you can create your own by right-clicking, create behavior tree. That, name it whatever you want. It opens up. Then you have the conditions, behaviors, actions, where if you want to search something by looking at it, you have various repeats and such. Then it's, let's see, sequence, done by that, there's that. Then say target in sight. If target's in sight, then you go and move to game object. And it's simple. Then you can add a destroy to it to where If it's in range, it can destroy. Simple as that. Then you have various others where you can set a float, bool, and whenever you put them, you can show code, you can remove the node, you can replace the node, stuff like that. And that'll be everything for this time. Thank you for watching. Bye.